these massively reinforced, safe locations. That's why they had to retreat to hotels in Dubai when this war started out. Like we've been had.
Yeah,
by the military-industrial complex.
And the reality is that Trump, instead of caring about U.S. troops, what they've been engaging in so far is, as has been reported, the slow walking and covering up of the extent of injuries and damage, and even in terms of like the death total. They're delaying that information as much as possible because, like with COVID, Trump just cares about the PR. He doesn't care about people dying. Are you kidding me? If we don't report on COVID, it doesn't exist. If we don't report on U.S. service members dying, I'm winning the war. Don't worry about it. Here is Trump responding to a question about these service members being killed.
Well, we feel very badly, but you know, those great people, those great patriots were out there fighting that Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. Iran has been very, very badly damaged. They've lost everything almost militarily. They've got very little.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
how are they killing people if their military's been destroyed?
It's a good question, actually, and I have a late addition to a clip on that. Maria Bartiromo, one of our favorite... I mean, the Edward R. Murrow of...
I was thinking more of a Muppet.
Well, sort of
Fox Business Muppet.
Fox.
She's the female Fox News host who didn't get appointed to a high-level position like Jeanine Pirro did as, D.C. U.S. attorney or whatever. Maria got the short end of the stick, but she's still carrying water over there at Fox News. And this level of idiocy, even she's in a cult, the way that she seems genuinely confounded by this. I saw this over the weekend.
I don't understand how it's possible that Iran has the capabilities to fight this way and continue to try to lash out at Gulf countries and U.S. military bases, because the U.S. has obliterated Iran's military, and the president continues to reiterate that. I don't understand.
Actually, what I said, Maria, if you listened, was that we decimated it. And if you look at the definition of decimate, it means cut by a tenth only.
I said like totally, not totally, like similar to totally, but not completely totally.
I love when a journalist goes, I can't understand this. The president is claiming one thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And the other thing is happening.
And the thing he's claiming is a completely unscientific and unverifiable use of language, totally obliterated.
I mean, the way her mind is blown, that perhaps the reality doesn't match what the dear leader tells you. You're supposed to be a member of the media that's critically investigating this, Maria. I know that's kind of laughable if we're talking about that, but
again, do people need to know what these locations are? Because it feels like there's just a basic. Let's see if I can pull up this image here. Understanding of what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Iran completely you could not give them a better target
right
than the Strait of Hormuz. And then this idea that they would take Karg Island. Again, how are you going to stop them from this entire range just sending drones down at troops?
Immensely mountainous. They can't even find the nuclear facilities that they say that they're targeting in those mountain ranges because they're so effectively hidden. It's also where a lot of their military infrastructure is, and they just have a geographic choke point. What's amazing is for all this freaking talk about the nuclear weapon thing that Trump keeps hinging it on because he has to see himself as the peacemaker and
it's about how the other people like war.
What did Melania say? The peacemaker and unifier. Yes. And he has to see himself as that way. He's like, we've got this MacGuffin, we've got the nuclear dust, the nuclear weapon, and we're going to take them. They don't need it anymore. What's amazing is that you've actually made it so that doesn't matter, and they can give that to us in negotiations to the United States, and they'll still have been victorious because they've now demonstrated that their geographic leverage, as you point out, Matt, is sufficient to make the West really hurt.
A nuclear weapon, what you can a terrorist attack on a enemy city versus I can bring the entire world economy to its knees with drones that cost like a Honda Civic. And I could launch them just at ships and scare them from trying to pass. And the American military can be like, actually, it's still open. Well, a lot of those boats don't seem to want to risk it.
Well, yeah, insurers are like, no, we're not going to insure this. That's the bigger problem. They're not going to, these big insurance companies are like, screw you. Like, end this war. We're not, like, insuring these ships going to go through the Strait of Hormuz. And the United States spends, its military spending is a third of the entire planet's military spending as one country. We have not won a war since World War II in any real meaningful sense. So Maria Bartiromo is like flummoxed at the idea that the claims from the United States president about U.S. military supremacy and having an efficacy aren't true. Like, girl, do you remember Vietnam? Do you remember Iraq? These were pretty big debacles that the United States didn't win.
You actually aren't allowed to work in media if you have long-term memory, to the extent that you remember that actually all this money we give towards the Pentagon every year is a big fat fucking waste of money.
Yeah.
And it's actually not even as Pete Hegseth says, making us this fighting force, or as some liberals like to say, like, you know, the most lethal military on earth.
Oh, Kamala flashback. Oh, God.
It is a con played by these companies where they get massively rich and just assume no one's going to challenge us. But when you try to actually solve problems this way, they turn out to be much bigger. Like, this Strait of Hormuz thing was never a problem.
Yes, but for Israel, their problems, they see their problems as distinct from our problems.
Yeah, and they want to turn everyone into rubble. That's the way they want to fix their problem.
Let's reframe the nuclear weapon issue just for a second for people. Israel has lots of nuclear weapons, okay? It's the only country in the Middle East that has one.
And yet our lawmakers can't be honest about that.
Right, and they can't be, and they lie about it. Why are they so afraid of Iran having a nuclear weapon? Do they think that really Iran's going to nuke Israel and drop it on Tel Aviv and then risk the United States nuking Iran in response? No, they don't earnestly think that. But having a nuclear weapon is the most powerful deterrent against two belligerent nuclear actors that choose to bomb the country of 90+ million people at will whenever the hell they want, lie to them about negotiations, try to entrap them, kill their leaders, and more. So if you're Iran, why wouldn't you try to develop a nuclear weapon? The only reason you wouldn't now is because it may not even be necessary.
Yeah, or you had some sort of religious
yes,
icky feeling about it, which, you know.
We'll see if the younger leader now has the same, you know, compunction about it that his father Khamenei did. But we shall see. I'm excited for our conversation with Trita tomorrow to hash a lot of this out. Dragon Rider, Christian Cole and Christian Taint in 1 week. Men can take this.